and look at
God Church?
this church right here. At Canonsburg UP Church, 112 West Penn Street, Canonsburg, PA, 153-17724-745-0800, CanonsburgUPChurch.org.
That's right here. That's right here. That address.
It's where we are, right?
Yes.
Right in this spot.
Yes.
I just described it, the whole thing. And I'm Kenton Klink, just the piano player. This is Donald Coleman, just the pastor. And this is Al Barker, just Al.
Parishioner.
Huh?
Parishioner.
Parishioner.
There we
I
go.
like just Al. I like just Al. You know what? The set decorator didn't make it this week, did she?
Oh, I don't know. The set's pretty decorated from what I can tell.
But
Things
not,
have changed.
it's not in our shot, though.
You can see that if you could see what's behind the camera.
Oh, you don't want to see what's behind the camera. Oh, my.
Beautiful.
Candelabras.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, candelabras. Tomorrow night, the night we do that.
Shrouded cross.
What? We have to set the lights.
Actual cross.
Do we get dark tomorrow?
Hammers. Nails.
Hello? Do we get dark tomorrow?
I guess dark every day. It's
No,
dark
I mean,
tonight
in church.
in church. So you're talking about tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Maundy Thursday service.
Yes, one of my favorites.
My absolute favorite.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow night at
Monday, Thursday.
7.
Monday or Monday?
Not Monday.
No, we did this last week.
Did we?
No, Alvin and I did.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Is it Monday or Monday?
It's not Monday.
It's not Monday.
It's Maundy.
Monday. And
M-A-U-N-D-Y.
M-A-U-N. And the word Mon refers to?
Jim and Jan Mon live up the street on Hawthorne Ave.
And I love them. But they have a D on the end of their name.
So does Maundy have an M-A-U-N-D-Y?
Oh,
yeah.
But you're right.
That's what it refers to.
I had a whole theory going on.
Yeah.
I think the root of the word comes from the Greek.
Nope. Nice try.
Okay.
What does it come from?
Hebrew.
Where does it come from? No. Come on, no, not like this. If they want to see it, it's like this.
Yeah.
L.
What?
L.
A Latin.
There we go.
Oh.
Maundy means.
I got no clue.
No.
I got 3 years of Latin too.
We're C-O-M-M.
Calm.
A-N-D.
Command.
Command.
What command?
Oh, what command does Jesus give?
To love one another.
Oh, that's one. Yeah.
What command were you referring to?
There's several of them.
Well, you just asked. Which one?
Remember me? Here, eat this bread, drink this cup.
Oh, that's true. Okay,
right?
remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay awake and pray.
Stay
pray
awake.
with me.
We have to stay awake during the service?
Well, Jesus goes into the Garden of Gethsemane and says, do me a favor. I kind of got a big deal coming up. Would you please pray, stay awake and pray with me? And what happens?
They take them away.
They fall asleep.
They fall asleep and they take them away.
Yeah. But I do believe that the command that it refers to is to love one another as I
it's
love
awful
you.
hard to love one another sometimes.
Some people make it easier than others. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I will say this. One of the people that I'm sitting next to makes it easier than others.
Really?
Yeah, like right there. One person laughs with you, the other one stares at you, twitching, and says, really?
What? I don't say really. You say really.
You just said really.
But you say it all the time. Say it again.
Really?
There you go. See, I don't. That's not one of my.
That's not the energy you give.
No, it isn't. I don't do
We
really.
can't say the words you say.
Okay. Alvin.
He speaks Greek.
It's in the Greek. It means.
Yes.
By the way, have you ever gotten the Easter Greek call from Kevin?
No, you have not.
Really?
Christos Anesti.
He calls you at 7 o'clock in the morning? 6
Yes.
He always calls me at 7 o'clock on Sunday morning. But
Christos Thenesti. The answer is
Alithos Anesti.
Yep.
I learned to read it, not to speak it,
It's Christos Thenesti, Alithos Thenesti.
which means
He is risen indeed.
Wow, kind of.
Christ.
Yes, he is. There, Alithos Thenesti is yes, he has.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. I mean, I probably say I hopefully believe.
I'm going to stick to English.
You want to know what that means?
Alithos Anesti. You know what? I just thought about this.
Hmm.
Yes, he has done it. Well, I'm gonna have to. You know what's fun this year?
What?
Speaking of roots.
The food festival?
Well, sure, yeah. I have to get it on my calendar. Hopefully, I'll be around for it. But no.
You gonna be here for your birthday?
Yes, I just confirmed that. No. It turns out this year, it's not always the case, but this year,
Yeah, we have Easter.
our brothers and sisters in the Orthodox traditions are celebrating at the same time.
No. But if you ask them, we are celebrating at the same time with them.
Well, yes, both are true.
Well, they think, but they, my girlfriend, my wife, that's the one true church.
That's fine. That's fine.
And I tell her that's fine to light a candle, go in a cave.
Well, not to denigrate any of our brothers and sisters in other traditions. I'm just saying that both the Orthodox traditions and the Protestant and
we're all having
Roman
Easter.
Catholic, we're all celebrating Easter together.
It's wonderful. Now, so biblically speaking,
Okay.
what has happened with the moon that Passover
Oh, I don't know.
occurred?
I don't know.
This would be Passover week, right?
Yes. Passover began on what? At sundown on the Sabbath this past Saturday.
Are you trying to become an astronomer?
No, but the moon is in a certain phase. Biblically speaking, the moon is in a certain phase for Passover to occur to have Easter for them.
Yeah.
Those
For us too. Ours is based on.
It's based on that, but we don't do it according to the lunar calendar.
Yeah, it is.
But why are we always so much earlier than that?
No idea.
That's what it says on the calendar. Easter is, so that's the day we
Oh,
celebrate.
so it just, I see.
Gotta talk to those guys who
Well,
print the
what
calendars.
if we printed our own calendars?
Right.
And we put Christmas in like October?
Well, you put your birthday every day.
Well, every day can be my birthday because the glass is always
We're
half full.
so grateful for you being born.
Oh, you know what? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you believe that,
If you believe that
you're grateful.
we're grateful, we're not grateful.
No, you're not grateful for me being born.
No, we wish you weren't.
No, you wish I wasn't.
I said we. I was making it wasn't the royal we. It was speaking for everybody else. I can be included in that, and even though I'm just minutely grateful, and
By the
other
way,
people are more grateful.
You know, during your sermon on
You
Sunday,
fell asleep.
you said we weren't kings or queens. Okay.
Probably, yeah.
And you did.
Sure.
And Bridget goes,
Yeah. And then I mentioned her.
oh, I
Right.
didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I talked about people being, their
King.
ancestry and
Well, but
whatnot.
Bridget, she
She always
thinks
mentions
she's
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's what she.
I've seen her ancestry.com.
And she's not a queen, is she? In her own mind, she is.
Let's just say nobody's got a crown.
Linda's a queen.
Is she? Yeah.
Linda's a queen.
Well, because you bow down, okay? You bow down.
He bows down and lays his crown at the feet.
Yeah, he bows down and
Linda?
lays his crown, yeah. At the feet of Linda.
At the feet of Linda.
Yeah.
Hey, it could be worse.
Oh my
It
goodness.
could be a lot worse.
For her too.
Oh, she could have done worse.
Oh, she could have done worse.
I don't know if she could have. I mean, in one sense, I don't mean, what I mean is, I don't know that she could have done worse. Like, I don't think she would have allowed herself to find someone worse than Al.
Well,
she
Al,
has standards,
I
and
think-
Al,
I think owls are always her one and only. That's what I think.
Al's sister sure thought so.
Yep.
Al's sister?
Yeah, she was part of the reason why they got together.
I don't remember that
a
story.
wedding.
Oh.
And they were both invited because she didn't realize that Al and Linda had broken up.
Oh.
But they went back. They both went to the wedding separately, but they went. And they kind of rekindled the romance.
It's a story we don't need to read.
Oh, I love it.
through.
I love that story. I don't have nearly as exciting a story as that.
Look at Alvin getting all uncomfortable
So-
over there.
So did you see all the flowers planted out in front?
One word for that, Al. What's the word? What's the word for that?
Landscaping.
Beautiful.
I think it's beautiful. I think it's funny you say that because today's midweek
Email.
build-up email.
From Pastor Donald.
It's about beauty, and I've got a 2-minute video for that.
Oh.
Have you been out there?
No, but when I was coming across the
Rich.
bridge, I could see that there was tulips planted out there.
Yeah,
The
very
grass
nice.
was in, and
Yeah.
looked like it was maybe finished.
Yeah.
There is one element missing.
Benches. You see?
Which
See? That's-
it got me thinking that. Excuse me. At some point, when those are installed, they've been ordered. They're
No,
just.
I
we-
know
We
that-
could do this out there one time.
Okay.
Well, we could, yeah.
Yeah,
There'd be a lot of. I don't know how
We figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Everybody's gonna drive by and beat their horns though.
Oh, I think we could do it
Behind
the science.
Oh.
Behind the house. Yeah.
Because that's what there's going to be a benches inside there. In the
I know
science.
what the holdup on the bench is. It's hard to get the K on Kenton exactly the same as the K on Clink.
Yeah, let's just say that we're not going to have benches with K's on them. We're just not going to.
I think you had a bench down the road already.
That's a tree. I have a tree down there.
Then it got cut down.
No, it's up. And
Well, then they put a
plaque
new
is
one.
back. The plaques were gone because they were redoing the sidewalk. And Kent Clink.
But the original tree was
Yeah, no.
mixed, and then they added it.
Well, and then they weren't putting the plaques back. And we paid when it was my 35th anniversary, I got a tree.
Ooh.
And we paid so much money to have that taken care of perpetuity. And there was no tree and there was no plaque. Well, I called the borough manager. I said, where's the tree?
Shocked, I say. Shocked.
Shocked. Where's the tree and where's the plaque? And 2 weeks later, I got a text with the plaque all shiny and new, down in its spot right down there.
Nice.
It's at the corner of Jefferson and Pike Street. Yeah.
So you were asking me earlier if I'd seen anything beautiful recently.
Yes.
Besides the flowers out.
Besides the flowers out
So
front.
this is one of my favorite times of the year
Oh.
because the turkeys in the neighborhood are all coming out from hiding in the woods all winter long, and they're mating right now. And so when they're mating, the males get all puffed up and strut, and their faces turn red, white, and blue, and they fan their tails out, and they just stand there and
Oh my God, I can hardly tell the front from the back.
and strut for the girls, try to make themselves look great
Oh.
and to attract the girls.
If
And
we had post-production, we would just flip this onto the screen. But since we're all live, we'll just do that. There you go.
There's an Alex turkey.
so I spend hours every day looking out my window and watching the turkeys.
Okay.
Yeah, we get up to 20 turkeys in our backyard.
Good thing you don't smoke.
Why?
Because then you spend hours smoking and watching turkeys.
20 turkeys.
Yeah, between 2 and 20.
How many? And you shoot one?
I'll get one. We can't shoot one till May.
Oh, till May. Okay.
I was wondering when.
Only the boys. The girls are off limits.
Well,
Because they perpetuate the
They're
species.
they're laying eggs and they're going to sit on their nests.
oh, okay. So, okay, I'm going to ask a really dumb question. I'm embarrassed. How do you tell the difference between a boy and a girl?
Did you see what that boy looks like? His head's red, white, and blue.
Oh.
And he fans his tail out.
And-
And he's got a beard.
Oh, that's what that called a
He's
beard?
got a beard. Yeah, the girls don't. Sometimes they have little beards.
Well,
but
sometimes
most of
girls
the time
do.
they don't.
Sometimes they do. Yep.
So they gotta have a beard.
Yeah.
Cool.
I never knew that.
That's
But I love
Thanks,
this
Al.
time of year because I love watching a turkey.
I made it through all of my 50 years not knowing that.
wow.
Yeah.
You're more than 50.
No. Not today. Not today. I have to be at least 50 to make it through the rest of the week.
So what have you seen beautiful? What have you seen that's beautiful?
My reflection. Well, that's not even my reflection because I went to the dermatologist and she burned everything. Yeah. Burnt everything.
Everything?
Well, I don't know.
You got a bunch of burnt ends?
It's everywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting because, I want to be so handsome for Easter Sunday because I like being my best.
I say shave it all off now.
No, this mustache has been here since it grew there. There's a scar under my mustache.
Been there since it grew there.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah. There's a scar under there.
Okay.
What did you do?
When I was a child.
Fall down and went boom?
On a little metal car that had a sharp end on it. And
Somebody threw it at you, or you?
no, I was in my high chair and jumped.
Jumped out of the high chair.
Yeah.
So for the longest time, as a little toddler,
I had
you had a
scars.
scar, and you've been covering it this whole time.
Well, yeah. Would you like to see it?
No.
I'll show it to you.
It's in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But you have to get up real close.
I will say this in general. When someone says, "Do you want me to show you?" That's just like the gut reaction. No, don't want you to show me. I love you. I'll come and visit you in the hospital.
No, you won't. I have a bag for a
but do me a
hospital.
favor. Don't say, "Do you want to show me?" Like that's no. Or do you want to
He
see?
came to the hospital.
I want to see you, not.
So there I was in the hospital, laying in bed in deep,
Do you
dark,
want to
terrible
see?
pain. All he worried about was my cigarettes.
I was trying to keep you alive.
He threw them under the bed.
I threw them
Well,
on
you certainly...
There's oxygen nearby. It's dangerous.
Huh?
There's oxygen nearby. It's dangerous.
Well, not in my room there wasn't.
That little handle on the wall.
Well, it wasn't on,
says
dude.
oxygen.
It wasn't on. Are you kidding? I used to deliver beer to a place that in the back room, the older men played poker in the morning. And I'm sitting around the table, all these oxygen tanks, playing poker, smoking cigarettes like there was no tomorrow. So, and the club never blew up.
Never blew up.
No, I hurt my back at that same place really bad.
I bet you did.
I did. Stepping off there,
All right.
off and onto the...
I had a question.
Oh, what?
What's something beautiful that you've experienced? Maybe it's not visual. Maybe another method by which you've encountered some beauty.
You better do your.
Yeah, you
All right.
What's your beautiful one?
Well, so I will go away
You better
from.
be thinking while he's talking.
I'm thinking real hard.
I will go away. Well, I'll say two things. One's not exactly, but the other. So one thing, on Sunday night, I watched a television show.
I'll be back.
Okay. All right. I watched a television show. It's called Suits LA.
Okay.
And there's a thing that happens at the very end of the very first episode that
Is he going for a cigarette?
no, he needs to clean himself up.
Okay.
So there's something that happens, kind of like a twist at the end of the very first episode that really moved me emotionally. I said a few choice words and my eyes were not dry. It was very moving. It was emotional. Beautiful is it was moving, and so that was one thing. But the other thing is something I'm about to experience tonight. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Tonight I am going on a date with my dog.
Ah, nice.
She is so lucky.
Yeah, not really, but I'm lucky.
You are.
I am lucky to spend. I'm gonna.
Did you ask her out, or did she ask you out? Or is this an annual event?
No. So Brennan and
Aiden.
Aiden. Brennan's definitely away.
Yeah.
Aiden and Bridget are away on his 16-year-old with mom trip. I do something with them when they're 10. Bridget picks up when they're 16. We spend no time with them in between.
18 to kick them out.
Yes, so it's just Bria and I that have been home. They come. Bridget and Aiden get home tomorrow night. So tonight, I said, hey, let's go let's go do something. We're gonna watch a couple movies.
Isn't it the school nights?
No,
school.
they're already home. The buses were running.
Yeah.
Early dismissal. This is spring break.
Yeah.
Don't get me started about how we have chosen to create a spring break that's 2 days in 1 week, 2 days in the other with Easter in the middle. Don't get me started, Canonsburg.
Well, dude, you travel a lot anyhow.
Sure.
I mean,
that's fine.
there's many.
Anyway.
You know, you travel.
So I am super looking forward to just spending time with Bria. I'm grateful for my daughter, certainly my sons, but tonight my daughter, and the fact that she's even willing to spend time with me. At 14,
Yeah.
I don't know what.
She must.
What was it like for Kim?
What was what like?
Being
What was
14.
14?
Yeah, well, yeah. Did she have was there a season where she kind of said thanks but no thanks, Dad, and then came back around, or has she always been
Are
Daddy's
you in the
girl?
no thanks period?
A little bit.
She was always daddy's girl until she got to college.
Okay, that's when it was a little bit on her own. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, Bria's tough because she's fought with 2 other boys all her life, okay? So I'm telling you, the girl is solid as a rock. I mean, she's solid. You'd think you're going to just pick her up and walk. Not happening. She is solid. Strong girl.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I like her. But I don't tell her, okay?
She will never ever
I
watch
know.
this. So don't worry.
I know. You don't, if anybody's watching, don't tell Bria can't watch.
So the chances of
She called me
Bridget,
the smoky man.
the chances of Bridget watching this is really low. The chances of Bria, like it's on the floor. So.
I know. But
All right, so you got beautiful turkeys out in the yard. I told the story about being moved by a television show, but also by getting to spend some time with Bria.
yeah.
Something beautiful.
Well,
Encounter with beauty.
would be I've encountered it at the piano.
All right,
Okay.
that works.
But it's not that selfish though.
Well,
But not really.
you're the only one.
No, we encountered the beauty when he plays
Oh,
the piano.
thank you, Alan. I wasn't looking for a compliment. I was just that sometimes I get
Lost in the music.
Yes. You know what happened when I did
That's
my.
why you get 3,000 viewers is because of the beauty,
Thank
the
you.
beauty that people get,
When I
the
did
good feelings that people get just listening.
When I did my little show a couple of weeks ago up at the Presbyterian Senior Care in the chapel there, 2 things, and two things. One was, I can't remember where I started to tell you this. But the second reason is because I played yesterday by the Beatles.
Yes.
And I was finishing up a long, you know,
set.
Yeah. And I finished, and from the back, some elderly person yelled, "That was the Beatles." And you know what? I was just the strangest. I was hoping that someone would say, "That's the Beatles," just for them, some 80-year-old person to say, "Hey, that's the Beatles." I mean, no, full well, I'm 70, so it wouldn't be far off for anybody else to recognize the song.
You know, my dad, I could tell when he was getting old and starting to be mentally challenged a little bit and being forgetful about what he tells me. We used to,
Oh, I know.
we used to go into the YMCA in the morning before school and before he went to work, and we'd play handball or something, and he'd take me to school, and on his way to work, and on the way there we went the same route every time from Meadville to Sagertown, and we had to go down this one hill and up the other side, and it's called Shellhammer Hollow. And he said, "Yeah, this is Shellhammer Hollow. There's a big turn at the bottom." He says, "You know, it's amazing nobody has an accident right here on that turn." He'd tell me that one day, and the next week we'd be doing the same route, and he'd say to me, "Alan, you know, this is called Shellhammer Hollow. It's amazing that somebody doesn't, you know, have an accident here on this sharp corner here." And I'd say, "Yeah, that is pretty amazing, Dad." And, you know, a couple weeks later, we'd be down the same route, and he'd say,
Same thing.
"Alan, you know, this is," and he said, "So, like your story about yesterday, and you told that story last week."
Did I? You know,
So,
I don't
so
know.
that reminded me of my dad.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be my last video. This is my last video because evidently I'm embarrassing myself now. Okay, I'm not cognizant of my decline, and so maybe it'll just.
Do you ever go back and watch the videos?
Yes.
You can see your decline over time.
Anyway, the other thing I started to tell you about the Presbyterian
Senior care
is
that you've got a place there now.
Well, that's what Gary Gibson said when I walked through the door.
You've come home.
Yeah, he said we're not really playing again. We just had to get you in there.
This is your interview.
Yeah, this is my interview, my entrance interview. Anyway, I started to play. He leadeth me. Okay.
I just got a call from the church.
Nice.
Excuse me, I was talking.
Beverly Hart wanted to know if you greet. Maybe I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe. Keep going.
So anyway, I started to play He Leadeth Me, and I was given it.
Oh, blessed thought.
Yeah, and I was given it my flourishes. I completely forgot. I completely forgot what song I was playing. I went up to the top of the keyboard, ready to go back to the melody, and I was like, "What was I playing?" I thought, Clint, you're losing it. Yep. Yeah. That happens. Please don't sing, okay? There's so much music. Do not take this as an example of the music that will be available to you in the next few worship days, okay? Please. He doesn't sing in church at all. He just plays the guitar and preaches, okay? He doesn't sing. Although last Sunday, he did leave his mic on after the sermon.
He sings the hymns. He doesn't sing the praise songs over here, but when he's over there.
Not that you used to hear him boom, and he doesn't even boom like that anymore.
My voice is not as.
It never has been.
No, what? Voluminous?
Yes.
Yeah.
It really is.
No, I don't sing. You know why I don't sing those songs, right?
Because you're concentrating.
Yeah. Half the time I come out here between the two of them to try and find the middle ground between the two.
He beats my ear, okay? He beats my ear with that guitar. Like I'm stupid and dumb. Now, we've been
I've
through
not
this.
noticed the rhythm problems.
Good. Excellent.
You described.
I'm so glad.
I've not noticed that. I've not noticed
Oh, good.
that's why I'm on your side on this.
Thanks. Well, because here's why.
It's because
Here's
we put
why.
it all together and we find one rhythm.
Here's why, okay? Because here's why. When you came here, who was up front?
Where?
Who was up front leading the music?
You.
Yeah. And anybody else?
No.
No. So then
We're working on that.
Well, and so you come and you have a guitar.
Maybe was playing guitar first.
But we weren't using it.
Yeah. No, we weren't. Yeah.
No, we weren't.
Not when I first came.
Yeah. So it was me. So you know what? It seems only right that I not cater to the newcomers, that the newcomers keep up with me.
Yeah, no, that's not how it works.
Well, that's how it should be.
You know how it works? You ready? We cater to them. It's not about us.
But
It's about them.
it is about them.
This is why you practice beforehand, so you can
Practice?
get on the same page.
Oh my, practice. I practiced a lot for today.
Good.
In my mind.
Yeah.
I practiced a lot.
In your mind.
Now, if you
I hope you
follow
don't
along,
forget what you're going to play.
I won't, because
Especially in the middle of it.
it's telling a story.
Nice.
Ah.
But
Telling a story. Now, see if you catch the
I'll see if
story.
I can catch
we're going to have to listen.
You're gonna have to listen because words. Remember, I play words.
I know. So we're gonna move to the music in a moment. But I did want to make mention of this.
And we're all decorated.
We are ready for Maundy Thursday.
Yes, we are.
And it's going to be, I think, a very
7 p.m.
moving 7 p.m. service, very moving service.
And if you want to practice, get your hammers out. Tap
Yes.
a few nails ahead of time so you're accurate.
Well, we're
improve
gonna
your
nail our sins
accuracy.
to the cross, right?
What's that?
We're gonna nail our sins.
It's whatever you want. Some paper. You're going to participate. You're going to bring that. Hey, your sin, your prayer, yourself.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm personally gonna do your big toe.
Yeah, that'll be challenging.
It will be with bloody.
I'll be standing over here.
I know, but I'll grab
It'll be
it.
very close.
I'll give you a reason to step on my hand.
After Maundy Thursday
Comes
we have a
Saturday.
We have a prayer vigil on Saturday from 11 to 2.
Yes.
And then we have Easter Sunday at
8:30
8:30 and 11. And then
Identical worship service.
Yep. There'll be a brunch in between for those sticking around or those
Who want to come twice?
Yep. So.
Or you want to come early?
And there's a big brunch in between
Yes.
services.
Yes, that's what we were just saying.
Oh, I missed that.
Try to keep up, Al.
I'm
Okay?
trying.
It's not, you're not slipping now, are you?
No.
Because you're just 62, right?
Yes.
He's
Okay.
a young buck.
I'm just a young buck. What are you? You're going to be what?
I will be 47 in 6 weeks.
47.
And by the way, in 12 days.
12 days?
Oh, still 12 days. We'll have time before.
What? 12 days what?
12 days marks my 11th anniversary.
Oh, yeah, for here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal.
We'll have a party.
No, you won't, but it's okay.
I'm having it at your house.
Oh.
Yeah, an open house. Didn't anybody tell you?
No.
I have
no.
a key. I have
Yeah.
a key.
Well, I probably won't be here.
Well-
So, anyway,
Hey,
this Holy Week.
I was thinking, you know, you're going to have May 18th is some kind of youth Sunday.
Yep.
I-
Student Sunday, yeah.
Yeah. Now, is that where the kids are going to do everything?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, then don't take that Sunday off.
Okay, we'll work on that. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
We'll talk about that later.
No.
God Church.
Get church right here at Canonsburg Youth Church, where we will love you, we will teach you, and we'll feed you. Because that's what we do with people here. We feed them with the Word of God.
And if you beat me to my favorite seat on Sunday, I'll gladly move to another place.
And I have to tell you, as far as favorite goes, these are my two favorite friends in the congregation. I'm sorry the rest of you, okay? These are my two favorites right here, which means I have my bar set really low, okay?
Really low.
So I might need some help with that. but
Let's raise that bar this week. Come
Raise
join
that
us Thursday night, Sunday morning.
Don't miss Thursday night, and for sure don't miss Sunday morning. Oh my goodness, so we just have joy. We have joy here. Come grab it.
But get here early because it was packed this past Sunday.
Wow.
We're expecting it even fuller on Easter. So we'll see you then.
Thanks. Here comes
Bye
the music.
now.
Yep.
Don't pay no attention to the man behind the camera.